So Rogue is waiting in the semis. Meanwhile, we are jumping into our quarterfinals match as spawning in the... Oh. God damn it. Spawning in the... Not the first time we've seen this. Spawning in the bottom hand corner of Leylines, we have our South Korean Protoss player representing Twisted Minds. Typically Protoss, but here he is once again off racing as Terran. It is a herO. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the red Protoss player from South Korea representing among us two people. It is Prome. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat. For those that are curious about herO's skill level with his Terran, he is GM. He's around 6k. He's around 6k with his Terran, just as a heads up. Again, he has off-raced before. We've casted herO versus... I want to say we've casted herO versus Dark when it comes to off-races, and herO versus... Who's another that comes to mind? I know he's off-race against Dark. Not against Maru. I know Maru has off-raced himself against herO, he off-raced against Dark, and I want to say he's off-raced against other people as well. Maybe Shin. Maybe Shin. Here we go. Here we go. I smell tuna. Ah, you smell KSL. Tuna Cup is tomorrow. Right place at the wrong time. When it comes to the rest of the bracket, though, scrolling down, Nice took down Gilliman 2-0. Nice is up against Classic in the quarterfinals. Meanwhile, Percival took down Patches 2-0. Percival up against Cure in the quarterfinals as well. So all the quarterfinal matches have begun. They've all started. But Rogue is already in the semis, so we're going to be following this series into Rogue. That'll be the plan into the grand finals. If we have time, if some matches line up, then we will be able to cover the lower semifinals as well, but it all depends on how fast or how slow some of these games are. Now, when it comes to herO's play, from my recollection, again, it's been a couple of months since we've seen this Terran, but from my recollection, herO, he played 2 base. I think the last time we saw him, he 3-raxed, I want to say. He like went 3-rax stim, if I'm not mistaken. Here, that's not the case here. Here, it's going to be double gas, faster factory, delayed CC out of herO. Let's go. Oh, opening up Widowmine, not Hellion. Okay, so setting up for mine drops. This is kind of greedy here, just because, yeah, he will have a little bit less to scout earlier on. Reaper does hunt on the probe. Back across the map, we do have our Twilight Council opener out of Prome, opening up Twilight Council into Blink. As the Reaper is going to be hunted. Oh, that's going to not be hunted down. Nice bait here into the Widowmine. Widowmine was hidden behind the CC. Nice catch. herO baits him in. And the Adept, ooh, we'll get 1. We'll get 2 SCVs. Not bad. 2 SCVs, but ooh, the CC does complete. Adept does bust into the main. More boys being pulled. It was a cheeky start. It was a nice start from herO, but he's losing SCVs. 1, 2, 3 SCV kills. Losing up to 4. Ooh, 4 SCVs. 4 workers go down. That was a better trade here for Prome. And here he's going to counterattack as he moves out. Another Stalker moves in. Again, here he chose to skip the bunker. He chooses to skip. Here moving out. We can see Prome coming in with the interception. Prome does move in. The medevac taking a lot of damage. Oh my god. And the medevac will make it into the main. There's no defensive warp in. Bold move by herO, but he does waddle into the mineral line. And where's the reaction? Oh my god, late reaction here by Prome. That's going to be 2 probes in the main. So far, sorry, 4 probes even. One of them was the Adept earlier, true. So 3 in total. Widowmine does barely go down in time. Whew. And Prome defense. Prome setting up across the map. Remember, herO, he has been skipping bunkers, so he's a little bit more vulnerable here. He does have a tank. Tank is unsieged. And Prome, can he break this position? I want to say that he could. With another warp in, he might have enough. But Now there's a second tank. Ooh. Second tank. herO moves out. Another weapon is on the way. With that, Stalkers are going down. herO should be able to hold on here. Yeah, he shuts down the Stalkers, denies the gateway. herO holds. Here he does hold on. Shuts down the proxy. Prome, Jesus, how many gates is he on? 2 base 6 gate setup. Very committed play here out of Prome. And he's moving out with slow lots. Charge is only halfway done. Hyper aggression out of Prome, but I don't know how successful it's really going to be. Here he's very much so spread thin. If hero's not too careful, these tanks, they're going to be shut down. So here come more warpins. Mind drop back into the main, Liberator as well. Liberator getting 6 kills. Ooh. 6 workers go down, 11 in total. Charge is now done. And Prome will clean this up. Yeah, he'll clean up the Marines, he'll clean up the tanks as well. Again, as you mentioned, herO is too spread thin. Boys are being pulled, and Prome, you can just go for the kill. Go! Send it! You can do it! Break through, takes out all the boys. Can he get on top of the tank? He can, and he will. Yeah, just barely. You can see how low the Zealots are, but he takes down the final tank. If he had a prism, if he had that gateway set up, and if he could reinforce right here and right now, he could just win the game. But his warpins are so delayed, or they're so far back. They're going to be so slow as well. Like, Prome is close. He is close. Can he force a friendly fire? A little bit. Does force a bit of friendly fire, but the Zealots are being cleaned up. herO he holds. Get the power of the Medivacs, the power of the Marauders. He does stand his ground. Prome did well cleaning up all those tanks, but at this point, we've been here before, I feel like we need to be expanding. Like, at this point, Prome, I feel like he's missed his window. He's missed his window, he's missed his opportunity. As we mentioned before, like, if he had a proxy already set up, then different story, but he didn't have one. Diving on the fire. Lion shots they pop up. Yeah, here he shuts us down completely. Again, like Prome, he kind of pulled this off, not anymore. He's being overly aggressive, losing far too much with the Sentry, the Zealots, the Stalkers as well. Again, this is not the fight to take, and he will lose everything. GG gets called, and herO will take game number 1. Whew, GG. herO, he does take a lead in the series. Again, Prome, he had momentum, he had opportunities. Unfortunately, even though he was achieving so much damage, he was forced all in, or he was forcing himself all in. He chose to commit to the all in, but he didn't really have the setup to reinforce across the map. Whether it was with a War Prism, whether it was Proxy Pylon, Proxy Gateway, just didn't have that setup. His Warpins were so delayed, and herO, he bought enough time to recover. GG, well played. Now we're getting into game number 2. We go. And spawning in the opponent hand corner of Tokamak, we have our South Korean, typically Protoss, but here he is as a Terran player representing Twisted Minds, leading the series 1-0. It is herO. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the pink Protoss player. We have the South Korean Protoss representing among us 2 people. It is Prome. here. Calming things down. herO once again embracing Terran, of course. Last game was very intense, was actually quite close for a lot of that, but we saw that Prome was hyper aggressive. Like, he was just constantly just sending whatever he could across the map. The first Adept, the first Stalker, the second Stalker as well, the proxy pylon. I feel like herO now has a better idea of how Prome approaches this matchup, and I would hope to see a defensive bunker. I would hope to see an earlier bunker here just to be secure, just to be safe. Some players do skip it, as we saw out of herO, and hey, he paid the price for it. But we'll see as... Ooh, Prome opens up 2 gates. Hyper aggression once again from Prome. Opening up 2 gates, a delayed expansion in favor of additional gateway units early on. So with this, he can rally early Adepts, rally early Stalkers, even more so than previously. Ooh, Economic Opener. Ranks expand. So Economic Opener, he had a herO aggressive start at a Prome, and we'll see if Prome can punish the greed of herO. Oh geez, that's here he goes Marine first into Tech Lab. Ay. So a couple of things here. This means 0 scouting. Means no SCV scout, no Reaper scout either. So 0 scouting at a herO. herO doesn't know how much danger he's in. Here comes the probe. Here comes the proxy. Yeah, 1 base all in at a Prome. Twilight Council's on the way. Now, herO with the Tech Lab, of course, he is going to be opening up Marauder. That is true. But I mentioned before that I would want to see a blind bunker here, especially after what happened last game. We're not seeing one. So 3 gate setup. This we have seen out of herO before. If you recall, I mentioned this at the start of the series. How last time we saw him did go for 3 gate. Oh, sorry, 3. I keep saying 3 gate. 3x stim. herO, he finds the proxy. Okay. He kills the probe, which means there is no follow-up here. Not for quite some time. Here he pulls away. Upon seeing this, though, still no bunker. He's crazy. Okay, let's go. Catching out the very nice catch. Yeah, Concussive Shell is done. 1 Stalker goes down. Oof. Yeah, Prome losing far too much already. Losing the probe, the pylon, the Stalker. herO pulls away. Yeah, hero's fine. Hero's perfectly fine. There is nothing to threaten him. It's going to be a delayed 1 base all in from Prome, as he's still hyper. I mean, he's still all in. Like 3rd gateway at home, 4th gateway across the map. It's going to be 1 base 4 gate blink all in. But Prome has lost a lot of momentum. There's a lot of momentum here, so we're trying to warp in more Stalkers. A lack of bunker is still a little bit concerning. Like, technically, Prome could try to focus on all the Marauders 1 at a time, but they're so tanky. And Stim is going to finish in time for this push. Stim is done in a couple of seconds. Worst case scenario that I'm afraid that we're going to see is that Prome, he sees the army, he blinks forward, and then the army stims, and he loses everything. Oh, but they're missing each other. Uh-oh. Okay. We are going to be completely missing each other here. Stalkers, they do hit the natural. Meanwhile, here he turns back around. He's racing back home. Guess he's going to be falling. herO racing back. Boys are being pulled. Ooh, denies combat shields. Blinks on the army. But it is going to be a 1-way trip. Stalkers, they can blink down to low ground. They will. They're going to be trapped. There's a recall. And in the end, what? 4 Stalkers survive. Every stim is hurting as well. Remember, there's no medevacs. No medevacs, no healing. No support for the army. Based on the direction of the Stalkers, that should tell herO that there should be a proxy in this area. Should be a proxy. Catching 1, 2, 3, catching... Oof. Almost all the Stalkers. Another stim. herO getting caught out. Down to 1 Marauder. Yeah, 1 Marauder left. herO just getting as much value as he can out of this. Just 4 stalkers remain. Yeah, now he's gonna now he gets the bunker. God damn. So late. It's the hero. Oh, nice control. Saves one of the marauders. Once again starts stepping in. Jesus, getting a lot of value here. He gets 1, 2, 3, 4 stalkers. Once again, he does lose all of his marauders, but the bunker will finish. Let's get in. Let's get in time. Once again, he's controlling well. Oh! He wants that marauder, he gets it! Gets the marauder. First medevac is on the way. Widow mines as well, interesting. He might be going for a mine drop instead. Yeah, he's going for it. Send the bunker once again though. Here he stims in. He punishes and he will catch every stalker. TT as that GG gets called. And herO, he will claim the series 2-0. GG. GG, well, GG, well played. Congratulations, herO. He will claim the series here. He will claim the series. Will advance on. Again, a very, very intense. Very intense series, very intense matchup here. Congratulations. Congratulations. And with that, herO, he will advance on to the semis. He will advance on to the semifinals. My condolences to Prome. I mean, hey, especially game 1. Game 1 was really close. Even here in game 2, like herO, he was taking a lot of chances. He was taking a lot of chances. It was wild. With that, congratulations. With that, congratulations. And we are now getting ready for our next matchup. Let's have a look at the bracket. Let's figure out what's going on. Where are we and where are we headed? Okay.